Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Oxygen Not Included here in the Ultimate Base 4.0. In the previous episode we took care of the third planetoid, kind of establishing a small base. As a last step I'm trying to fill up the bathroom here so that we can start to utilize it. We still need a thimble reed in order to get rid of the excess polluted water that we're creating. But today I want to dedicate my time towards building a oxygen system right here for the new worker base, as well as actually bringing along some oil. We have enough initial oil right here, also fossils that we can send over. And in order to accomplish that, I think I want to make my way up here with a ladder, as well as down with a fire pole. So this is all gonna be built right here. And then on the very top, we start to set up some solar panels, as well as beacons and interplanetary launchers. Well, technically for this planetoid, we don't even need the beacons, but what we do need is an interplanetary launcher, which I don't think I've actually unlocked just yet. We are still working on the transit tube, so I'm gonna wait until that is finished. Currently, we're still filling up the water pool here, and it's not even getting that hot. I think using the regolith for our deodorizers is currently the biggest problem. Now, I kind of want to make sure we focus on this part here, so we can get the liquid pump to function for a little bit and fill up the sink. On the main planetoid, we can already think about the next setup, namely we're gonna need some hydrogen generators. I cannot rotate these around, but we can go ahead and set some of them up right here. How many are we going to need? Let's maybe have a look at that. The electrolyzers are using 120 watts. We need 4 of those, that is 480 watts. Then we also need gas pumps. They take 240 watts. Holy cow. Yeah, that is actually way more than I suspected, but let's just go ahead and set up about 4 of these generators. And what I actually want to do is put these on aluminium tiles, so the heat from the system is going to seep through, and both of these rooms are just going to remain at the 75 or so degrees they will be at. In order to accomplish this, we might have to make some more aluminium. How much ore do we have? Not that much. Let me see. Where is aluminium? On this planetoid, if I'm not mistaken? Yeah, a little bit. We have 6.8 tons. Let's actually go ahead and send that over. Where is it? Aluminium ore. We're gonna send that over to the main planetoid so that we can smelt some of that up again. Let's do about 50 crafts. That should be fine. We also have an aluminium volcano, of course, but this one here I think is a little bit harder to cool down, even harder than the cobalt, and we're already struggling with the cobalt. Okay, now this lake is getting a little bit too high for my taste. Let's maybe start taking things apart here a little bit. Background buildings, this all can go. And then maybe just open up a little more of this part so the water settles a little bit. Now here is the part where we have to be careful. These guys here are extremely hot, so I want to make sure we kind of insulate them. We're just going to do this with priority, so when we get there, it will be taken care of. Now the question is, are we also going to have a battery set up? And if so, where is it gonna go? Yeah, maybe we're even gonna have that as our primary level here, the battery. We should go ahead and use the smart batteries, also with gold for the overheat temperature. Well, iron would also work. So let's actually do iron, since no duplicant is ever gonna get to see the system anymore. Connect all of these together, and then we're gonna have the generators at the bottom. Out of gold amalgam, of course. And since we have the batteries only going up to this point, I'm also gonna do that with the hydrogen generators. Or maybe we are such nutters for symmetry that we're gonna completely change that and actually get rid of these batteries and make the gap in the center. That is so much better. And then for the giggles, I'm actually gonna do something like this. Okay, and then of course this also needs to be adjacent to aluminium tiles. And wait, is this a broken neutronium tile? Yeah, this has a buried object inside. How is this even possible? Is this like a critter? Wait, let me see. Oh man, this bloody neutronium. Such a shame. I didn't even think of it. And then there's also the teleporter. Crap. Yeah, I really think we might have to build the oxygen system here, and then adjacent to it, we're gonna build the battery room, or vice versa. Yeah, this is a little bit of a shame, but trust me, we're gonna get there. First of all, let's measure out what we actually need, like 4 tiles here. So this would be the border. Then I need 4 tiles free for my hydrogen pump right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that might actually add up if we make it this size. And then who knows, we could have the water sieve, for instance, in this area. Actually, that is perfect. So we can basically build a water sieve out of gold amalgam and also let it cool down with the same strategy. Gonna build this right here. Seems to be fine. And instead of this being insulated, I will want to exchange that with aluminium as well. This way I can benefit from whatever temperature we have going on in this room, which is always going to be the temperature that we input through the water. Well, not the exact same temperature, but it's going to be related to the incoming temperature. Now, of course, instead of cooling it down this way, we could also go with the new strategy of using, where is it? Probably in the piping section, the conductive panel. And I think in this case, it might not even be the worst of ideas. You know, we might even be capable of getting the excess polluted water to cool down the water sieve and then continue into the plants. Though to make this truly automatic, I also need an auto sweeper. So what if we build this right here, and then together with an auto sweeper, we were able to pick up the polluted dirt, but also input the sand or regolith, whatever we provide. And of course, eventually this would all be loaded into a conveyor loader. Let's set that up. Let me see. I want to have it there. And of course, we also need a conveyor receptacle. What is actually going on with my... of course, I'm in pause mode. But I still need to replant the wort seeds here and re-enable the gathering of radiation. But now I think we're getting somewhere, and I can even completely close this off in the end. Now, how much space do we need for the electrolyzers? I think about 3 tiles. And then we set up 2 electrolyzers. There's going to be the middle part and another 2 electrolyzers here. Let's already go ahead and set these up. Like so. And then I guess what we can do is fill this up with a bunch of blocks, and I would like to do it with manual airlocks this time around. Let's just go with cobalt, put those here and there. I then want to set up a bunch of atmo sensors to decide when we want to activate each set of pumps. For instance, we're going to have a gas pump right here and then a whole bunch more pumps here at the bottom. And I think about 6 should do the trick. So this is exactly perfect. And then we would be encasing this as well. Now, one of my big issues with that, of course, is the neutronium, but we just have to live with it. Yeah, I don't want to cheat to get rid of it. But what we can do is just go ahead and fill it up. So in the end, it's kind of built into the neutronium. And then what we will have to do is exchange this side here with aluminium, and that is going to be adjacent to the power room that is then going to hopefully be cooled down. On the other side, we could also go with radiant pipes that worked in the last playthrough, and I think that might be the more elegant solution. But yeah, let me get some of this stuff already built and we can see how we can continue. For now, this guy here needs to be disabled, this checkpoint. I don't want my duplicants to place their atmo suits there. And then maybe if possible, we would also like to continue this one here. Yeah, we just don't have enough steel yet. Lyra is at 0 stress. I think I'm gonna spec her into hard digging just a little bit. Yeah, let's do super hard digging even. We should be able to maintain the 13 morale points, and then she will be able to dig up a little bit more. In the meantime, Ari is making some more great progress. I think he looks very happy. Good dupe, that Ari. I just noticed the most useless animation. Since when is this even possible? And how is this useful? Just using the scroll wheel on the menu bar. I hope this is a new feature because I've never realized. Okay, very nice. The bathroom loop is already going for it. Actually, we didn't need that much water, and that means eventually we're gonna be filling up this part here as well, clogging up everything again, which is not good. So right now, until we have this fixed, I think I'm just gonna bring this a little bit over, maybe up to this point, and then we're gonna drop it here. Back on the main planetoid, I would like to set up some drywall that is completely solid black right there. And we even have to do this for the airflow tiles, at least I believe so. All of this is also going to be black charcoal. Very nice. And then I'm also going to do the same thing for this room right here. As a matter of fact, we do need a way to build this. So maybe if I allow the dupes to go through here, they can build everything and maybe also open up this part. We also need to think about food here with Lyra. Even though we will be finding some more muckroot, etc., I think we should also go ahead and set up some meal ice. You know, just enough to survive 3 to 5. I'm not actually sure. I'm just going to set up 5. That is going to be enough and be not too wasteful. And before I forget, let's make sure that Lyra will then also be able to eat the raw meal ice. And of course, we should be storing that inside the fridge as well. Research completed. We got access to the transit tubes. This is a glorious moment within the base category. We're gonna build these out of gold, obviously. And oh no, the ports are overlapping. Yeah, we cannot have the heavy watt joint plate here. We need to have it either on the top, which also doesn't make make sense because this is where the transit tube will have to go. So it will have to go here, which sucks. Honestly, I'd rather have it here. Let me think. No, that doesn't even make sense. Yeah, we're gonna have to move this up one block, alas. But now with this configuration, I have the space for the transit tube, and then we can also have our transit tube crossing. Well, I cannot build it yet if I don't have access to plastics. You know the drill. But yeah, it's actually coming along here. They are starting to build this room, and we should probably already think about the next step of hooking up the pipes maybe. Let's think about the setup. We want to combine 2 pumps in order to get the full potential of 1 kilogram per pipe. I think what I want to do is bring these pipes over here to the very edge and then do this and do that for the 3rd pipe. Whoop, maybe that. These pipes will then be distributed amongst the worker base, some of which have to go inside of the atmosuit docks. And I would say what I'm going to do is lead 1 pipe below here and lead another pipe below there. I'm then going to fill up about half of these, so 8, and then the rest I want to bring back, if something even remains. The reason I want to do that is because we cannot really dedicate 2 complete lines to only the atmosuits. I want them to kind of contribute to the entirety of the system, but this one here is going to be dedicated for filling up the base. So I kind of want to make my way up the ladder here, and what I'm going to do is probably just have a vent above each door. Yeah, I think that is a good idea. We're going to deconstruct each ladder above each door. The gas pipes will then just go through here, and this one is actually gonna join the other one. Now I need to make sure this will be going into the correct direction. Yeah, let's have a bridge here and a bridge there maybe. Connect these together, and now they're gonna both flow up. Let me think. We're gonna have a refrigerator probably sitting here. We also need a water cooler right there, and this is gonna be a bunch of statues or something, maybe even paintings. I also would like to see some corner moldings like so. Maybe we're not gonna have them everywhere. I want to hang some pictures here and then get a really huge statue. We don't have access to huge statues just yet. Look at that ice block. Maybe some hanging pots would be nice here, and just to be sure, I'm gonna remove those. Okay, now I guess we just have to make a little bit of progress here. It's gonna take a while to gather all of the materials. The 2 gold volcanoes unfortunately are dormant, and this one is gonna take another 10 cycles to be active. I removed the gold from the critter feeder again, and now I guess it's all dependent on this. How much cobalt? Still 45 tons? That is so nice. Let's do another 50 crafts, and then we're still crafting the gold, of course. Iron, as a matter of fact, we should also keep on crafting another 90 crafts. Thank you very much. And we're still utilizing this system, which has barely heated up. Very nice. Let me see if we have some more material for temp shift plates. I'm just gonna put down some polluted ice temp shift plates, then normal ice right here, and then that would be the brine ice. And then I'm gonna put these to the highest priority, so whenever we have a shipment coming over from the 2nd planetoid or so, it's being brought there as a building material immediately. This is gonna prevent the ice from melting before we have all the materials. But yeah, making good progress here. Let's see where this is going. As for Lyra, she just needs to continue the base here with the ladder shaft so we can go to the next step, and that is hooking up the solar panels. But also slowly and surely we should prepare her to make the atmosuits, and for that we do need some reed fiber over on this planetoid. This essentially means we need access to the interplanetary launcher, which is one of the more complicated researches, but it would be the easiest way to actually bring over the reed fiber that we missed. Okay, a couple of cycles has passed. Lyra is totally making some progress. I wonder where her hat went. By the way, we just completed another research here, namely the solid control with all kinds of useful gadgets to transport items around. The next thing I want to go for in order to make it safe for Lyra so she can use the atmosuits is the interplanetary launcher. Now this one here for the first time is going to require the data analysis research. We should be able to do at least one of those with the data banks we possibly accumulated. And I'm not entirely sure whether or not I'm already sending the data banks back here. Let's see. Yes, I am. So I'm assuming we already analyzed everything. Yeah, we can still rummage this. But in case we don't have enough data banks, we could still, of course, research all of the geysers and vents. I already have the virtual planetarium in place. Let's just see how this goes. As a matter of fact, we can already see we have 46 data banks, and assuming one data bank equals 1 point, we should be able to do 1 or 2 researches. Maybe there's a cheap research that only requires 10 data banks. I'm always looking forward to this moment, finally researching the data banks. This is just the happiest research of them all. Now, hopefully Gene isn't gonna get shot here by the rappel generators, but we should be fine. We got 18 points and 26 banks left. Yeah. And there it is, already completed. How nice. And we already got the next rappels here for the material study terminal. Come on, give me your best shot. Ah, that's what I'm talking about. You know what? There's something weird. I have my 5 dreamers here, but who is sleeping in the other beds? They are all unassigned except for this one, which is assigned to Quinn. Of course, I have a 3rd bedroom. Sorry. Editing Nathan, please, this time let me look good. You know, one thing I shouldn't forget about is to add the lights. So I gotta knock out the 3rd one here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, by the way, I got some new blueprints. Totally forgot about them. Let's see what we get. Hopefully, no, that's not what I was hoping for. Still, green gloves, not too shabby. The 2nd item is a hype t-shirt, and the 3rd one is a sunny hanging pot. Oh, nice. We might be able to use that. Now, of course, I'm a total noob and don't know where these items actually went. Maybe we have an option here. Yeah, look at that. Sunny hanging pot. Very nice. This will fit really nicely right there. Then, of course, my lights also out of gold amalgam. Right here, the base is going to be actively cooled, so I don't really need to trigger them with motion sensors. You know, one thing I never added to this list here is the bleach stone. I think I'm gonna do that right here. And then on the 2nd planetoid, I want to bring this stuff over if we get some bleach stone. I'm not even sure. But what I'm definitely sure of is that we want to grab some fossils very soon. Okay. Interplanetary launcher, how far are we? We need some more applied science and the rest is easy. So I guess one thing we gotta do is set up the drywall for this room here at the bottom, and I want this to be completely black as well. Just very simple. We have no better options just yet. I'm gonna make the Great Hall a little bit more colorful, and then here at the bottom I want to continue the insulation. And of course, eventually this bottom floor is also gonna become gold, but I gotta wait for the volcanoes. Let's also set up the gas vents here. Let me see, right there, 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 and there, and there. Okay, so it looks like you don't actually need anything behind the airflow tiles. It just feels weird. But placing drywall behind airflow tiles is just gonna replace it. Ah, wonderful. Here we have a sunny hanging pot. Good. Now let's take care of the Great Hall. I would like the green to be here, covering the mess tables. Maybe we can do something like this, then do this for the opposite side. Okay, I think we might be getting somewhere with this. Okay, it's just a giant M, and we can then use some fresh white to fill it out. Yeah, I'm gonna let them build this first and see how it looks like. On the 3rd planetoid, we are living a happy life. Lyra, at the moment, is working her way up in order to build the solar panels that I set up here, together with a ladder to reach everything. And the cabling for now is just going to take a little detour because we have a liquid lock going on here, and I don't want the gases to escape. But in the future, this might just go directly up. As a matter of fact, we might want to distribute the solar panels differently so we can continue the ladder in the future. And that would mean having them, for instance, like so and so. And of course, that also means I want to get rid of all of this. Let's maybe first work our way up. We should be able to get all of this since this is just snow, and then add more of the solar panel. Okay, wonderful. We just unlocked the targeting beacon and the interplanetary launcher. Just what we needed. Now, how large is this thing? Yeah, to make this work, we either need to free up some space or just use the 2nd silo. And I think I'm gonna opt for that solution. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put it all the way down. So let's just set it up right here on top of a bunch of tiles, and this way we can also easily power it. Actually, I'm gonna take the wire from below, and then maybe the wire that is gonna stay here in the future, I'm gonna build out of steel. Let's now maybe also set up the wedges here. Just copy this over, and then while I'm at it, I'm also gonna set up a separate signal switch so we can get rid of this wire and kind of steer this individually. To feed the launcher, we need a conveyor loader that I'm gonna set up right here. Now, this guy is gonna overheat in due time, but to get 1 or 2 resources to other planetoids, we can take advantage of it. The launcher here not only requires power, but also rat bolts. We can, for instance, shoot them through this gap, and I'm just gonna adapt the system we have going on here with the rappel generators and the Weezwards. There we go, another meteor shower. Yeah, Oh, jeez. Please be a good one. Yeah. Okay. Mercy. What's going on? Entombed. Who is entombed? What's happening? This is not good. Lyra, is this really the right moment to get out there? I don't know. Maybe you go back inside. Okay, now I kind of want to try something else here with the regolith because it gets really hot and maybe we should store it in a safer place. What happens, for instance, if we make a little chamber? This is just a little experiment I want to test out. Let me see. Make this about 7 wide and 4 high. We're then going to lead some conveyor rail through it. And then finally, I want to go all the way over and kind of dump it into the cold section here. So maybe we can just go down from this point and then add a conveyor chute there. And my intention will be to basically heat up a little bit of water so it will become steam. Maybe we should do this closer to the launch pads. Yeah, actually, let me go ahead and move this entire section over to here. That will be more reasonable. And then the entire journey is going to start here with a conveyor loader, like so. And I'm going to go with a very cheap solution to keep this one cool. We could even do that right here, to be honest. Yeah, maybe drop a bottle emptier here, but facing the other side. Ah, come on. This way we might be able to cool down the wrap bolt generators for long enough to actually make this work. I'm gonna add yet another bottle emptier right here in order to fill this up with water. As a matter of fact, I should do this over here and then just make it accessible with a ladder. Then one more thing we're gonna need once this has become steam is of course a pump. Steam is pumped with a gas pump and it needs to be made out of steel because of the temperatures. And we would be putting that right here together with an insulated pipe here, igneous rock. Well, we should go for ceramic, the best material we can. And then of course this would continue all the way over. Maybe, who knows, we even want to control the temperature. So I'm gonna set up a thermosensor here that controls the pump in order to make sure the steam has a certain temperature. Lyra got herself a major radiation sickness, which is good. She's gonna vomit it all out. Okay, now inside the conveyor loader, I want to set up my thimble reed seats, and then I probably need to ship this over right there. Okay, it's time to set up the ward seats here. We're gonna collect just enough radiation to send over 1 packet. Maybe we're gonna change the destination already to the 3rd planetoid here. And then the minimum launch mass is gonna depend on how many seats we get in here. No pending deliveries. Wait, are you kidding me? That might have something to do with priorities. No? Wait, do we not have any seats? Wait, what is going on? I mean, I've been feeding this flower for a very long time. I'm so confused. They cannot be anywhere. I mean, they are automatically being brought here, right? Well, holy cow, this is really a mystery to me. Let me see. Maybe we can pick up some more thimble reed. Yeah, there are some we can pick up and hopefully... Wow, okay, this is kind of surprising. Oh no, I totally opened up the bunker doors and now all the hot regolith fell down, which is kind of a bummer. Oh well. Very nice. Now, these wee swords, of course, are not gonna cool down the wrap bolt generators because there's no atmosphere there, but once we added a little bit of liquid, they just might. Lyra here is almost done with the first solar panel hookup. Come on, do the cable. Oh, that might have worked now. Yes, finally charging up the batteries and therefore the food can be refrigerated once again. Lyra, how are you doing? 52 wrap bolts, come on, we've seen worse. Actually, the thimble reeds got already moved into the launcher. Wow. Editing, Nathan? Ah, forget it. Do I really want to send 20 seats over? Not really, you know, not really. One way we could have solved this is by adding another storage and then an auto sweeper, but this is just silly. We cannot limit this storage here. Ooh, I could have used maybe a sweep only command. I'm quickly gonna deconstruct the interplanetary launcher just to see if we get the thimble reeds out of there again. And yes, indeed, 20 thimble reeds. Now let's build that storage bin, please. I want to limit the storage bin to 5 seats. That should be more than enough to get things started. Do that, have this as the highest priority. Okay, and ooh, wait, you need to bring some to the other side first. Yeah. Okay, move that here. That's just 5 seats now. Okay, so I can drop them here. If I tell them to sweep it up at priority 9 and to bring it to this conveyor loader as a thimble reed, then we should only have the 5 in there. And then we build back the interplanetary launcher right there. Oh, actually, we have to do this with urgency because... Woo! Yeah, let's also put this to 51 rat bolts. Same thing on here. Okay, but somebody needs to build that, otherwise the rat bolts have nowhere to go. Yeah, good. Now, maybe, guys, you should get out of the way. You're supposed to build this from the other side. There is the first shot. Oh, this went... Wait, why did this go straight through? Is it just because it's blocked? Does that even make sense? Oh, come on. Okay, I'm gonna unblock that. This is such a bummer. I had no idea that you could not load this up if it is blocked. That is stupid. Okay, now it isn't blocked anymore, and therefore it should be stored. Come on. And there it is. Okay. We're actually ready to shoot. How much is this gonna cost us? Launch costs are 40 rat bolts. Yeah, this is actually an acceptable cost. Maybe we don't even have to continue with this because this is just a setup in order to get things going. I'm gonna still leave things in place in case we need to deliver something to another planetoid. The thimble reed was just kind of urgent for the atmosuit stuff. Wait, I just noticed we have 36 thimble reeds in there. Never mind, I still have 15 kilograms of thimble reed on this planetoid. That's all I'm gonna need. Let's go ahead and shoot this load. Minimum launch mass 35 kilograms. Is it gonna do it? Wait, let's change the destination again, maybe to reinitialize it. Come on, shoot. Yeah, there it goes. Where is it? We already missed it. Let's now close the bunker door again. Okay, this is all I wanted to see. We can see it on the star map right there, the interplanetary payload. Absolutely magnificent. It is now gonna land somewhere here on the third planetoid, anywhere on the surface since we have no beacon, but this is definitely gonna help us out in the long run in order to get the atmosuit going, so the next episode, the latest, we'll be able to get into the oil reserves. In the meantime, I'm gonna keep going on the main planetoid here in order to switch to the new oxygen system. Right now we seem to be at a decent pace, still 37 tons of polluted dirt left, but the transition is extremely imminent now. I'm looking forward to it. With that out of the way, I would say we're gonna wrap it up for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching, have a great time, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.